What's up, everybody? This is Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions and Studio1Tutorials.com, and today we are bagging up. What's up, everybody? This is Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions and Studio1Tutorials.com, and do I got something for everybody here. This is what a lot of people have been asking for. This is Bag Up. This is a collection of 5 construction kits. You know what? Let me not even call it construction kits because it's not construction kits. When you typically bought construction kits, what you normally get is 5 throwaway beats. Let's keep it honest. You get 5 throwaway beats that we've got 4 bars out of, and they really don't sound anything like the demo track because the demo track has been produced and just mixed so great and mastered, and then there's all different types of arrangements in there. They're just giving you the basic raw tracks for you to do what you want, and that works if you're already familiar with production and you're familiar with arrangement, and you're at a level where all you really kind of need is just the samples for inspiration. But if you're at a point where you're looking to learn how to structure songs, how to do different automations, different mixing decisions, how to pan, and then you want to see the MIDI drawn out and things like that, Bag Up is what you're going to want. What I've got here is 5 tracks that I've made for myself, and they weren't made with the intention of giving them away to other producers, because when you make packs like that, you have a tendency to like hold back your best, because it's just the producer and all of us. You don't want other people to have your best melody, your best bass line, or use your best presets. These I made in a completely free state of mind. I didn't even know I was going to make this product, and when I decided to make the product, I figured rather than go into it with that mentality and hold back from you guys, I wanted to give you some of what I thought were some of my favorite beats in my collection, which is what I did. So when you get this product, you're gonna download it, and it's gonna come as a RAR. Guys, for if you've never unarchived a RAR file or a zip file, you're gonna want to look that up. They sell free programs, or don't even sell. You can download a free app to uncompress that RAR. It's just a form of file compression. So when you open it up, you're gonna see 4 folders. You're gonna have the MIDI, which is great because this is a product that you don't necessarily need Studio One to enjoy and learn from. I want to stress that you can use this with Logic, you could use it with Live, you could use it with FL Studio, you could use it with Cakewalk, you could use it with Reaper. Doesn't matter. You can use it with any DAW, because you have the MIDI information for every single track laid out here. That looks like, it's just the way it's consolidated, that looks like it's only one file, but trust me, that's the whole session. The next thing that you have is drums. This is a custom kit that I went ahead and put together for you guys as a courtesy, just because what's a construction kit without drums, right? Then we have the templates folder, and this is something that Studio One users are going to benefit from, because what this does is this makes it so that when you go to create a new song and you click on your user tab, you'll be able to use these tracks as templates, and I'll kind of show you what that looks like here in a moment. But the way that, let's just go over real quick how you're going to use this. The way that you're going to be able to be effective with these is you double click this. You're going to want to pull up another instance of File Explorer, right? And you're going to want to go to your Documents folder. You're going to want to double click on Studio One, and you see where it says templates. You're just going to open that up, click on V3, then you'll select all of these and drag them over to this side. And then you'll have all of these templates set up. So let me kind of, before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's go ahead and go into the sessions and stems folder. This is going to give you the actual Pro Tools sessions, and if you're not, Studio One sessions. If you're not on Studio One, then and you're looking for the stems are going to be in the corresponding project folder labeled stems. So, and that's the whole song stems, like all 3 minutes and 30 seconds of it. So you get all the breakdowns, all the stutter effects, everything that you need to really create, recreate the track or resample it, remix it, whatever you want to do. That's the thing here. You want to approach this pack as something that can spur creativity, as something that you can learn from and take things away and implement them in your own workflow. This isn't, I mean, it's all royalty free too. So if you wanted to reuse any part of these tracks, in your own original productions and use them for commercial sale, that's fine. This is you guys' stuff now. So when you go ahead and you open up a session, what you're going to see is the arranger opened up, and it's broken down the different parts of the track. And then also you're going to see a MIDI folder and a stems folder. These are arranger folders, just to make this make a little bit more sense. So if you want to just look at the stems and analyze those, double click on the stems folder and you have the audio regions of each track, right? Then if you wanted to analyze the melodies and things of that nature, you could just double click on the MIDI folders and you'll see my different, zoom in, you'll see my 808 patterns. You can flick through the timing and you just kind of get an idea how I did what I did. You get the snare patterns so you can see all the different rolls. Hi-hat patterns. All right, you can also see the key of the track that I used on everything. You can go over, pour over, analyze the melodies. The other thing that I want to stress is how powerful this arranger tool is, and I'm going to go back to a template now and kind of show you what I mean by this, because you see how like once you can listen to this track and dissect it, you can understand kind of the movement of what's going on and how this arrangement affects the overall listenability and likability of the beat. So if you have this, you might think like, all right, when I was making it, I'm like, all right, it's great that you see my track laid out like this. But what's that going to do for somebody who purchases it? And when you go ahead and you open up, you go to a new song and you open up that template, what you're going to get now is you're going to get a blank slate. Not only do you have the bussing already done for you, so you've got your reverb set up, you've got your delay channel set up, and if you don't have these same plugins, obviously you're gonna have to put your own plugins in it and then resave the template so that it comes up every time. Not only that, you have your filter bypass, your drum, your band, and your filter and your master already set up, so you've got the routing template there, which I know for a lot of beginners it just fucking blows you guys' mind to to understand the way this mixer is laid out. And this is going to help you out a lot with that. And then not only that, you have these pieces already set up, laid out for you template style, so you know, okay, boom, I need to make an intro, I need to make a hook one part, I need to make a verse one part, a verse two part, and a verse three part. So you know I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different parts to make. And that's going to help you so much with your speed and just with your overall productivity, because it's going to put you in a place where you're not going to get lost listening to a loop over and over. You know kind of the changes that you need to make, and you're not going to make 30 beats that sound the same if you use this format. But just to make sure that things don't get stale, I've added, those 4 different templates, because these are all very different songs from each other. So say for example, if you go into the Rob Redford template, this arrangement is a little bit more complex. You have a hook 1 and a hook 2. You also have a bridge. So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different pieces that you're going to have to build. And then again, once you can see it, and it's not something that you have to remember, and it's color coordinated, it's going to be so much easier to create these parts. So I think this is really and this is something that nobody else is doing. You're not gonna get this type of layout anywhere, because this is the stuff that people don't want to teach. This is really that last bit of just 10% of knowledge. Once you know how to program drums and select chords and put it all together, like being able to arrange it is what really turns you into a songwriter. And I was trying to figure out the best way to kind of help you guys out with this skill. I mean, aside from the stuff that I do on the premium site with the energy curves and things like that, this is just I feel like going to give you guys maximum value. So I'm going to put a link in the description with the actual tracks from the different templates, because I know that's very important, and I know that you guys want to hear that. I didn't want to take up too much time on this video, just playing all the music. What I wanted to do was really show you guys the nuts and bolts of why this product is so creative, why it's different from just a construction kit, the value that you'll get out of it, especially if it's as a Studio One user. So just remember, when you get this, keep it simple but don't be basic. This is Concrete Zebra with Craftmaster Productions, Studio1Tutorials.com, and let's bag up.